What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on Tyler Seguin missing the last 3 to 4 weeks of the regular season with a cut Achilles. Definitely not something you want to see, but anytime it's an Achilles injury that isn't a ruptured Achilles, just say to yourself, it could be worse. It could be a ruptured Achilles. I know it's a very simplistic way of looking at it, but that's just the reality of the situation. Seguin having obviously a phenomenal year, 73 points in 72 games on the season, really being a catalyst for why Dallas is a big-time contender in the Western Conference. And, every time he does something great, it's like, oh yeah, he could be doing that with the Boston Bruins, but Peter Chiarelli didn't have the patience or the foresight to let that come to fruition. But, again, he's a world-class player. He'll be back probably by game 82, if not game 1 of the playoffs for Dallas, which is fine. But my issue would be anytime you have a lower body injury like that, particularly your Achilles, for a guy whose whole game is predicated, or the majority of his game is predicated upon his speed, is that gonna affect him, or how badly is it gonna affect him? Is a stupid question. How badly will it affect him? Going into the playoffs, that's going to be an issue. Because you go from not playing for 3 to 4 weeks to having to go out there against the best players in the league. It's best players in the world, I should say. In a best of 7 series. So it's just one facet of it. If Dallas is in first place in Central Division, if the season ended right now, they would play Colorado. I think they're going to end up playing Minnesota, because Minnesota's going to get in over Colorado. Hot take alert. So that's going to be, you're going to have Seguin going up against guys like a Ryan Suter, like a Jonas Brodin, guys like that, if his speed is 100%, they'll neutralize him pretty effectively. So, we'll see how it all shakes out for Dallas and for Seguin, but definitely an intriguing situation, if I do say so myself, because he was having averaging better than a point a game, and now it's gonna be like, all right, we have to figure out how to win the division without him, which is, even if, here's the thing, they're better off playing Colorado and Minnesota than they are playing St. Louis or Chicago, which I know is a very, very, general, broad, no shit statement, but how they play the last 10 games of the season without their offensive cat, one of their offensive cats. So it's Jamie Ben's that their number one option, but Seguin and Ben play so well off each other. Does this mean an increased workload for a guy like Valerie Nikushin or Cody Eakin? That's going to be something again to keep an eye on, because they're all but they are a short playoff spot. But depending upon their seeding and who they play in the first round, that'll affect how far they go. But anyway, that's all I got on this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.